Hello, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching the video. So if you're watching this, you're wondering what it's like to get the platinum for this new Silent Hill game, Silent Hill F. And it is not easy, but this is a very fun game, a very good game. I thought they did a good job with a lot of things on it, but at the same time, they could have done a lot better on other things. If you don't mind leaving a comment or even liking the video, maybe subscribing, that would be great. I put out a lot of content, or try to at least. I work a full-time job, so I can't do as much as others. But yeah, this game is good. I think it's kind of refreshing compared to the other Silent Hill games. I mean, we got Silent Hill 2 remastered, which was great. That's just a classic. I think they tried to go a different direction with this one, and I love this Japanese culture, and that's just awesome. I love it. The amount of lore and stuff they added to it is great, and I thought the environment, the game is beautiful. It really is. So let's get into just showing off some of the different environments. So one thing that I did love about it is that it progressively gets worse the longer you play. From the beginning to the end, all this like rot, and I like how it's not just like rust. You have like, it looks like body fluids mixed in with the environment. To me, that is great. I like that a lot. What I don't like is that we go through the same areas multiple times, like through the game. You go through the same area over and over and over again, like it's a whole town. You probably could have spread it out and made the town a little bit bigger. I like how the other world, though, is constantly changing. I mean, I think you go through maybe the same area once, and it's at the beginning here, and then at the end when you go into the last boss fight. And they did a really good job with this. The dark, you can barely see anything with the lantern, is great. Just the coloring and the lighting they do with it, having to chase the fox, and he's always just right ahead of you. And even when the scenes go in with your mind pulsing, which follows the story, I did like the rice fields, how the monsters are split up, like just the fogginess to that. It adds that creepy and suspenseful theme to it, which is great. And there's a lot of hidden secrets, like in this area. If you do the UFO, and then you can actually get the lightsaber, which is really cool. Which, I mean, that's really, really cool that you can do that. And I did like how they added a bunch of weapons to the game. You know, you can get the lightsaber, you can get the sword, you can get multiple different weapons. But that is something that I did not like about the game that much, is they made this mechanic for fighting, and it is very, very bad. In the aspect of, a lot of times you can't dodge these. You're supposed to be able to. The automatic lock-on to enemies, when you can't turn it off, was terrible. There would be times where a boss wouldn't even be looking at me when I was doing Lost in the Fog, and they're looking the opposite direction, swinging, and they're hitting me still. Like, the mechanics for the fighting is very bad, which I get they wanted to add that because there would also be times I'd be fighting a boss and I would just start floating in the air, so that was kind of dumb. But other than that, I think that's probably the main concern I had with the game, because other than that, the puzzles, this like Scarecrow puzzle, that one was awesome, and the story was really good. Having to watch her go through and learn all of her friends' like real thoughts about her, and the way she has to eventually deal with the friends, was great. The school was amazing. I liked how you had to go through all that. The puzzles on this game are really good. And I also like how in-game, like this is where you're dealing with the friends. This was insane. Insane. But I like how in-game, when you have to do this stuff with your arm in the back, it shows when you're not in the other world. So her sleeve's missing and her shirt on the back is cut up because of what she's doing in the other world. It's affecting her in the real world. So I thought those little details were cool. Like right here, the arm is gone, and the little details they added was really cool. I did enjoy the chases. I thought those were really cool, and like the mazes that they put in the game. Like this is the other world, and this is where you have to go to do all this stuff for your arm and your back, and the way that they put in the game, the way you could actually skip forward and all your progression went with you, was cool because it made it easier to do those harder difficulties. So when you're progressing through, it's a little bit easier. I also like that they added things to boost your stats, and there were specific ones that you could use for specific bosses that made the fight easier. That was very cool on their part. So this is closer to the end. This is the My House puzzle. I love this. The 3 stages of that you had to go through. This is also towards the end. I really enjoyed this one. But all in all, I thought the puzzles were great. I just had the concern about the fighting. I really enjoyed the boss fights in this one. I thought all the boss fights were really cool. From the parents to Miko to Rinko, all of them were really cool. Very good boss fights. All of them had to be dealt with differently, and it shows how she's feeling relatively to the emotions. And I'm only going to show the one ending, and this is the best ending. This is the best boss fight in the game. By far the best one. The way you switch between the other world and the main world, they kind of swapped where the girl who's in the other world for the most part is actually in the town. But the boss fight's really cool because you're actually fighting 2 bosses. It's a trophy to get in at a certain time, but the way it switches in between the fights. So right here we're fighting the fox, and then when he gets down a lot in life, you'll see right here, it switches over to your regular self, and now you're fighting a different boss, completely different boss with regular weapons. That to me was super cool that they did that. It's basically your 2 different selves from the. If you play the game, you realize there's one part of her that wants to leave the town and another part that doesn't want to leave her family and friends behind. And that's where I'm pretty sure the F comes from, is family and friends, because the whole game is you dealing with your family and friends. But when you switch in between, it's really cool. I thought the endings were all amazing, really cool, but all in all, this was a great game. I thought it was a very good refresher, and I would highly recommend you give it a run. The platinum is hard, but it's not super hard. It's relatively, the more you put into it, you're going to get out of it. So if you could actually get the platinum in probably 4 walkthroughs. There is one trophy that was pretty dumb in my opinion. It's probably the only one I had issues with, was you have to do 3 playthroughs to get this. It's called the Miko Possessed. And you have to do 3 playthroughs to get certain documents, and they're all laying in the same spot, so you can't get them all at once. So if you're not paying attention and you do all these endings like I did, you actually have to restart completely because you can't find all the documents. You have to redo every single ending. Other than that though, the trophies were relatively easy, especially for the fact that you have to get the Lost in the Frog, but the more you play it, the more you level up. If your person's at the highest stat, it carries on to your New Game Plus, and you can actually go in there, the highest stats, everything unlocked, and makes it a lot easier. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the game. I have a lot of walkthroughs for the game if you need assistance. I got the Lost in Fog walkthrough, and you can tell towards the end I'm getting upset with the game because the mechanics for the fighting just are terrible to an extent when you get to those harder difficulties. But all in all, it was a good game. I enjoyed it. Did not mind getting the platinum. Will I play it again unless they add new stuff? Probably not. There's a lot of other stuff I like to play, but this one was definitely a good one and a refresher. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. Please, leave me a comment on new content, games, anything you think I should give a shot. I love gaming. This is something I do a lot. I work 10 hours every day and I get home and I play for about 4 hours, 5 hours sometimes. So leave me a comment, a like, and if you like the video and you like what I'm posting, subscribe. I try to get a lot of stuff out as much as I can. So it would be highly appreciated if you did. I hope you guys have a great day, and again, I appreciate you watching the video, and I will, in fact, see you in the next one.
Sorry. I'll make sure to perform the last rites.
Are you two okay? Over there! Hurry! In here! I am deeply sorry. He has had much to drink for his first wedding in many moons. He is normally so kind.
What do we do?
Just leave this matter to me for now.
Kotoyuki, you could,
Apologies. While I tried to give you everything, I failed to realize what you desire most. Now I know. We both share the same desires. I want to know whether my love for you is more than the mere whim of a spell. Please leave.
if the love you have for us was real, I hope that we can meet again. I'll think it through, slowly and carefully. We'll have our answer ready. So, what should we do about our future? Kotoyuki gave me an idea. He grew to love someone deeply, to do anything, everything he could for them. I want to live a life that full of passion, of purpose, to pour my whole heart into things. To live with such passion that I might actually propose to Kotoyuki when I'm ready. I also want to pour my heart into something. Not sure what yet, though. Very specific. It's quiet here, isn't it? No one to tell us what to do or bother us. It's nice, just the two of us. Yeah, just the two of us to decide where to go. I don't think it's ever been this quiet in Ebisugaoka. It's really beautiful. And it is all ours. Our silent Ebisugaoka. Together.